Hello guys, I am Arvind and in this lecture I am going to discuss function in Python, and this is basically continuation video of function in Python. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss next topic in function, and that is function arguments. So we can call a function by using the following types of function arguments, and first is required arguments, second one keyword arguments, third one is default arguments, and for last one is variable length argument. So let's move ahead and we'll discuss required arguments. So the number of arguments in the function call should match exactly with the function definition. So this is the first rule in required arguments. And in the next point, required arguments are the arguments that are passed to a function in a correct positional order, or we can say that the position of argument should be followed. So let's open up the Sublime Text and I will show you the working of required arguments there. So guys, in this program we have the function definition for show function, and we have passed two arguments a and b in this show function, and this is the documentation string for this function. And in this statement I am printing the values of a and b, and now in this statement this is basically function calling for this show function, and we have passed two arguments in this show function. So as we know that the number of arguments in the function calling should match exactly with the function definition in required arguments in function, and we know that the 10 value will be assigned to a and 20 will be assigned to b. So now if I run this code, I will get the output like this. So the output is the numbers are 10 and 20. So now if I remove one argument from the function calling, so let's see what will happen. So now if I run this code, obviously it will throw an error, and that error will be show function missing one required positional argument b. So I hope it is clear to you. So again, if I make some changes in this code and run it, it will give you output like this. So now I am changing the position of 10 and 20 in this function calling. So this is 20 now and this is 10. So obviously, so 20 will be assigned to a and the 10 will be assigned to b. So now if I run this code, I will get output like the numbers are 20 and 10. So we can say that the positions of arguments is also important and should be followed in required arguments in function. So I hope it is clear to you. So guys, now let's go ahead and we'll discuss next topic, and that is keyword arguments in function. So let's go ahead. So guys, our next topic is keyword arguments. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss it. So keyword arguments are related to function calls, and when we use keyword arguments in function call, the caller identifies the arguments by the parameter name. So let's open up the Sublime Text and I will show you the working of keyword arguments in function. So guys, keyword arguments are related to function calling, so there will be no change in function definition. So when we use keyword arguments in a function call, the caller identifies the arguments by the parameter name. So you can clearly see this. The 10 is assigned to a and 20 is assigned to b. So now if I run this code, I will get output like this. So output is the numbers are 10 and 20. So here in keyword arguments, the number of arguments in the function calling should match with the function definition, but position is not important in the keyword arguments. So if I change the position of a and b in this show in the function calling, then if I run this code, then output would be same. So now you can see this. So I hope it is clear to you, and moving on to next topic, and that is default arguments in function. So guys, our next topic is default arguments. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss it. So a default argument is an argument that assumes a default value if a value is not provided in the function call for that argument. Okay, so let's open up the Sublime text and I will show you the working of default argument in function. So guys, a default argument is an argument that assumes a default value if a value is not provided in the function call for that argument. So guys, in this function calling, we have not provided the argument for b. So if I run this code, it will get the value from the function definition. So it is printing the value of b from the definition. I hope it is clear to you. Now if I assign the value of b in function calling, let's say the value of b is 50 in function calling. Now if I run this code, so the numbers are 10 and 50. So if the value is not provided in the function calling, so it will take the value from the definition of function. Now moving on to next topic, and that is variable length arguments. So guys, our topic is variable length arguments. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss it. Python allows us to create functions that can take multiple arguments, and these arguments are called variable length arguments and are not named in the function definition, unlike required and default arguments. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss syntax of variable length arguments. So here is the general syntax of variable length arguments. So an asterisk is placed before the variable name that will hold the values of all non-keyword variables arguments, and here is the asterisk, and then documentation string, function shoot, and return expression. So let's open up the Sublime text and I will show you the working of variable length arguments. So guys, whenever we are defining a function and we don't know how many parameters are needed, so in this case we can use variable length arguments. So an asterisk is placed just before this variable name, and that will hold the values of all non-keyword variable arguments, and here I am printing all these arguments. And in this function calling, I am passing 3 arguments as of now. So now if I run this code, I will get output like this. So it is basically printing all the values. So now if I change the argument in the function calling, so let's say I am adding 2 more arguments. So let's say I have added 50 and 100 also, and now if I run this code, these values will be printed. So I hope it is clear to you, and thank you so much guys for watching this video. Just in case you liked it, do not forget to like and subscribe.